Hey everyone, Mortgage Nerd here. Today I want to talk to you about the current housing crisis. Yeah, I hate using terms like that. It sounds like something the mainstream media would use to get you to look at all their stuff. Remember, I've said in my videos, what sells is fear because your amygdala gets activated and it makes you pay attention, so you want to pay attention to that. But we truly are in a housing crisis. Now, not the type of crisis that you immediately thought of, because I bet you anything what you thought was, oh my gosh, the values are going to crash like they did in 2008. No, that is not the crisis we are in. We're in a very different crisis. This crisis is one where foreclosures are not allowed. We need balance. We need the good and the bad in a real estate market. By not having foreclosures, our inventory is far lower. By people not wanting to move, well, it depends, because some people are moving from the north to Florida. People are moving out of states like California that have strict lockdowns and moving into states like Florida that have loose lockdowns. Hold on one second. I have a visitor here. Hi, Ragnar. Say hi. Say hi. So it's a Saturday. I'm making this video. So people aren't selling the way that they normally do. Yet the demand, because of the low interest rates, number one. The demand because people want to make sure that they have a single family home with a spread and a pool. All this type of demand has increased, and older people are not moving into smaller communities where there's more older people because they're afraid of dying of COVID. It's a fact. And then you also have this thing of foreclosures that I mentioned. I mean, I understand having a moratorium on foreclosures, especially in 2020, but there comes a point where you have to let things ride. You have to let it go. So we are in a housing crisis because what are we seeing? We're seeing people making offers on houses that are $50,000 more than the value of the house. They're writing it in the contracts. I will give you $50,000 over the appraised value. And they're doing it over and over again. You have a property that's listed and within 24 hours, there's 12 showings. I just saw this, a realtor that I know posted this. I've seen open houses with lines going down the street because of social distancing, which by the way, MIT just said the 6 feet rule doesn't do anything, a study that they did. Anyway, this is a housing crisis. It truly is. What we're seeing now is values being pushed higher and higher, not in the way that they were pushed in 2003 to 2006, where we're seeing fraud, we're seeing overvaluation on appraisals, we're seeing extremely loose mortgage guidelines. Well, let's talk about that in another video, because guess what? They're trying to make guidelines looser but still crack down on the mortgage industry. It's crazy what this administration does, or what this, without being political, this administration and other administrations have done to the mortgage industry. That's counterintuitive in many ways. Either way, all these factors added together really are hurting us. It is a crisis. Values going up at double digits every year is not sustainable. We had it last year, 10, 20% in some areas. We're getting it again this year. Why? Because there aren't enough properties on the market. We need the foreclosure inventory to come in to help stop this housing crisis. Think of anyone that wants to buy a house that makes lower income. You're not going to be able to, especially down here in South Florida. We have people buying these $1 million properties because they're coming in from Connecticut, from New York, New Jersey, Chicago. California has a huge influx, leaving California, going into Arizona, which is, interestingly enough, the first year in a long time that Arizona became a Democrat state during this election, probably because of that huge influx. I don't know. Either way, here in South Florida, we're seeing a huge influx of these $1 million plus properties being purchased without any problems. My worry is what's going to happen in 2022 when the foreclosures are allowed to come in, when we do get a balancing of this market. How long is this crisis going to last? I don't know. You look at my videos from a year ago when the pandemic started, and everything I said back then is exactly what's happening right now. Exactly as I predicted. Phil Stevenson, Mortgage Nerd. Thank you.